Hello everyone, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Grace's Path. So the last place we left off, that was a good thumbnail. I think everyone enjoyed that one. But yeah, so Grace is pulling us into the water, and I guess we're just going to do what she wants for the day. So, let's see what she has in store for poor Malcolm, shall we? But anyway, guys, sit back and enjoy, and let's get right into it. Alarm chain, you're up. Alright, here we go. Alright. As soon as I hit the icy water, Grace is there swimming circles around me, thawing me out. She tousles with me, pressing my head under and later grabbing my feet as I try to swim away. It's all in good fun. What is it? Is it all in good fun, or is it not? Ooh, God, beautiful. When I finally escape her clutches, it's because she is motioning for me to follow her. She then presses her mouth to mine, filling me with air, before diving down to the seabed. Zoop! Down to the briny deep. My ears pop as I follow her down, pumping my legs for all they're worth. Even so, it's still difficult to keep up with Grace, as difficult as it's always been. Oh yeah. Oh, God, it's gorgeous. What's a bad dragon toy doing down here? No! My mind is in the gutter again. Thankfully, we don't have to descend too deeply this time. Soon I see the seafloor stretching out into the murk in every direction, filtered light dancing on its rough surface. We arrive at a patch of a bottom that, to my untrained eye, looks no different than the rest. Something has Grace excited, though. Once she knows I'm watching, she starts to shift rocks and explore the crevices. A moment later, her eyes glitter. She's found something. She pulls it out to show me. What the fuck is that? Nestled in the palm of Grace's hand is a creature unlike any I've ever seen. Small, delicate, and oddly fuzzy. I reach out to touch it, and sure enough, it feels as plush as it looks. If not for its iridescent hairs, the critter would almost look more at home on land than in water, like some kind of mouse of the sea. I'd never have guessed such a thing could exist. But then again, I'd never guessed someone like a woman beside me could exist, either. Life is just full of surprises. What else you got? Grace puts the little sea mouse back, and beams at me proudly. I'd probably share her enthusiasm if I weren't running out of oxygen. I tap my chest, and am rewarded with another sweet, lung-filling kiss. When we part, she gestures toward the seabed as if to say, "Now you try it." Alright, what am I gonna find? With neither Grace's experience nor her sixth sense for finding little treasures, I'm skeptical that I'll have any luck. I have a hard enough time just finding my pocket watch some mornings. Still, I don't want to let her down. I awkwardly maneuver my way to the rocks, about as graceful as a flounder. The spot seems as good as any to start. I turn back to see if the expert will offer me any hints, only to find that she has already left, busy checking out other outcrops. Alright, Malcolm, you can do this. Steady as she goes. Gently to conserve air, I begin turning over rocks, peering into nooks and crannies for anything that looks interesting. I'd have more luck winning prizes at a carnival game. The underside of every stone is barren. Nobody is home. As the pressure in my chest mounts, I know that Grace will come back from me soon. At least I certainly hope she's not so engrossed in her own exploration that she's forgotten me. Desperate to find something, anything before Grace returns, I reach blindly into any crevice my arm will fit into. Oh shit, that's gonna hurt. Ow! Ow! Yow! A yelp comes out as a string of bubbles, but it's enough to catch Grace's attention. She's over in a flash and swiftly pulls me up to the surface. Poor Malcolm. Oh, sorry guys.
Malcolm, are you alright?
Apart from my sore thumb, everything is intact except my pride. Aye, I'll survive.
You had me worried. What happened?
I'm sorry. I tried. I truly did. All I found was this. Ah! Little bugger's hanging on.
Oh, Malcolm.
Her tone is earnest, and I'm surprised and grateful to receive sympathy.
It's beautiful.
Eh?
The pattern on her shell. Look at it.
I look at the cross crustacean. Not least because it's still attached to me. It's hard to focus on anything but the sharp pinching sensation. Yes, it's lovely. May I take it off now?
Tempting, but I'd rather think she needs the shell more than I do.
I meant the crab, Grace, not the shell.
Oh, of course.
She gently taps the hermit crab until it finally releases my thumb. Little Devil still seems quite perturbed, ready to take on the next challenger.
Don't fret, wee one. You'll be back home before you know it.
With a wet plop, the hermit crab slowly sinks back down to its home on the seafloor. Good riddance. I rub my thumb, wondering how it will explain the bruise to Gran. Is shell hunting always so harrowing?
Only on a good day.
Grace laughs, and I can tell she genuinely feels bad for me.
I know just what'll make you feel better. Want to see what I found?
As long as it doesn't have claws, or spines, or teeth, tendrils, or... Oh! Oh, wow. Okay. My voice falls silent when Grace slides the straps off her shoulders. She pulls her shirt down, revealing a unique, makeshift undergarment. Those aren't gonna fit when she gets bigger.
I thought I'd surprise you with this. How does it look?
I'm struck speechless. The shells are large, but not big enough to conceal much at all, really. Memories of yesterday come floating back, and I have to pull myself back to the present. Ah, well, this is just your style. I think it fits you. I think it fits you to the little, to a tittle. A tittle. What the fuck is a tittle? Grace giggles at my choice of words. Meanwhile, I'm left wondering just how that thin band of kelp is holding everything in place.
We'll call it the tittle then. The next big thing in beachwear. Think it'll catch on?
I imagine the uproar of the Whist Guild caught a glimpse of Grace's outfit. Never mind the fact that the person wearing it looks like a dolphin. Perhaps. I think you might be ahead of your time, Grace.
That's right, Malcolm. I'm a sultry sea maiden and a visionary. You get the whole package.
Lucky me. This is the dialogue between these two. It feels so natural. Aww. Oh god, it's a gorgeous picture. Grace and I laugh and lean back under the midday sun, letting the current take us where it will. The sounds of bagpipes mournfully played carries on the breeze. I wonder who's playing them. Out in this quintessential Scottish landscape, it makes the moment feel magical. As we float side by side, it hits me that my loneliness, that painful hold on my chest for so many years, has loosened its grip. I may be just one person, I am no longer alone. For all these times of assured grace, I'm there for her. Now I really feel as though I have someone, another by my side. I feel alive again, reborn, no longer shackled to the fear that I alone control my actions. How wonderful to have someone to lean on. Grace knocks into me as she drifts, nearly pushing me under again. Oops!
Sorry.
Well, if I can't lean on her, at least I can cling to her. I hold her hand and she returns my grip with a light squeeze.
Malcolm, you're the best friend I've ever had. Better than anyone ever could have thought existed.
It sounds like such an exaggeration, but I have to agree. You've truly unlocked something in me, Grace. Given me back my life. I appreciate you so much.
If I stop to look at myself, my flippers, my skin, all of it, it's not the biggest change. It's my soul. I feel as though I have a life worth living now. It's so indescribable.
It's not because of me. You've always had a life worth living. It's a beautiful picture. Beautiful music to go along with it. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the album cover for Spirit Box's new album, Eternal Blue. Other than these two, of course. Good band for you guys if you want to check it out. Band is called Spirit Box.
No, not until you showed me the good in the world.
We both had our share of the bad.
Yes, from my qualms with them, my family's always been there, but you, Malcolm, you're different, special.
I don't really think so.
You don't have to believe it for it to be true.
Her grip tightens and she sends me a look that melts my heart. God, you two are so adorable together. Time seems to stretch out, a rare moment of vulnerability, of tenderness. We lose ourselves in the serenity of the lake and of the moment. As the clouds glide above overhead, we drift, two wayward souls floating to wherever fate will take us. Oh. So cute together, adorable couple. It's late in the day when we finally come ashore. After yesterday's fast-paced events, the peaceful drift was a welcome and refreshing change of pace. Not that I complain about the intensity of the last few days. It's simply less complicated to build a stable relationship without her constantly transforming or trying to get into my pants. The energy between us is still palpable, but muted, as if we both acknowledge this isn't the right time to act on any physical impulses. It may also be because we're rooting around in Grace's big sister's room without her knowledge.
This was Father's room, before my sister moved in. Marion thought we lost the key to the bottom drawer of the armor when he left, but...
With a glint in her eye, Grace produces a key.
Abracadabra.
Grace bends down to work the lock, and I shake my head at this family's sibling rivalry. At times like these, I'm thankful I'm an only child. Ooh, a lot of shells. Wow. God, I bet that smells awful. That's a lot of shells.
It's only the tip of the iceberg. This is just one stash. I have more scattered all over the house. Whenever Marion finds one, she goes totally reg.
I'd convinced Grace to show me her shell collection, in part because I know it means so much to her, but also in the hopes that she might return home and make amends with her sister. When we arrived, though, Marion was nowhere to be found, and now that I know where Grace's collection is stored, I'm not so sure I want her older sister to come back right now. As if on cue, I hear a creak and a thud. Uh-oh. Grace's eyes go wide. She hisses at me urgently.
It's my sister! Quickly! I have to hide this! You have to hide me!
Under the bed she goes. Hide? Shouldn't we go say hello? Pops back up.
Hush! Not now, she'll...
What was that? Oh no!
Grace!
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh lord. Oh no. She looks hammered as fuck. Marion, are you alright?
Malcolm, what are you doing here?
Marion is mightily distressed. She looks past me, then all around.
On second thought, don't answer that. I have a feeling I don't want to know. Now, where is that little scamp?
Edges toward this.
I'm here, sis.
Fuming, Marion lifts something up off the chair.
What is this?
Oh.
It's a tittle. I don't think it will fit you, though. Your ditties are too big.
Grace? While I blush at the mention of the eldest sister's ditties, Marion's shade of red deepens to the very edge of the color spectrum. Ditties. What's this called? What's this one called? I promise. Okay, still on that one. What chapter are we on? 3-5, okay. I try my best not to imagine her wearing it. Anyway, from the look of things, that shell garment won't fit anyone anymore.
And just, what was your little tittle doing? On my chair?
Waiting an answer, Marion looks about ready to explode. I glance left and right, making sure I know my escape route just in case. Grace's response is a simple, innocent shrug. Oh no. She's gonna kill you, girl.
You imp! How many times do we have to keep telling you? No shells in the house! We sit on them, step on them, find them under our pillows. Why must you scatter them about like some kind of mollusk fairy?
Mollusk fairy?
When Father left, I thought we could give you some freedom. I thought you could behave in a responsible manner, like the young adult you are. I thought perhaps you were acting out before...
The tirade continues to tumble out in a jumble of passionate choice words. It's very much a one-sided conversation. I risk glancing toward Grace to see how she is holding up under the verbal barrage. She wears the look of someone who has experienced this 100 times before. Her jaw is set, her eyes glazed. I wonder if she is even listening. It occurs to me that I'm not listening. Poor Marion, always under so much pressure, with so few to share the burden. It's no wonder she blows her lid. As much as I appreciate Grace, even I'll admit she is a handful. I still can't tell if she left the shells there accidentally or purposefully as a prank.
And that's why the Lord put shells in the sea, because they don't belong in our house.
Marion's chest heaves with exhaustion. Spent, she finally brings her sermon to a close.
Grace, were you even listening?
Oh. The room falls awkwardly quiet. I twist my feet, eager to escape, regretting having brought Grace here today. If the relationship was rocky before, how damaged must it be now? Grace, for her part, seems to be patiently waiting for something else from her sister. Something more. I turn back to Marion. Oh. To see her eyes tear up and her face break into a desperate smile.
It really is you under there, isn't it? Do you know anyone else who could cause so much trouble?
Oh. The shell garment drops to the floor. Instead of strangling Grace, Marion gives her sister a great big hug. The change in mood is both sudden and heartwarming.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to ever lose you. You won't, Marion. I'm sorry I look like this. I know you must hate it. I don't. It's just so hard to believe.
Marion steps back and looks at her sister with new eyes.
I missed you so much.
Amazing. Now I can't help but wonder if this was all part of some elaborate plan of Grace's. If so, she's a strategist to rival the top brass. Catharsis is short-lived. Marion's face once again furrows.
Oh, but whatever will you do now? I've been worried sick. Marion, you'd worry about me with or without scales. You know that, don't you?
Marion starts to tear up.
If Jessie were here, she'd love dressing you up. Her mermaid sister. She'd die of excitement.
I suspect Jessie would have delighted in Grace's cutting-edge fashion ideas too.
I'm not a mermaid. Then what are you?
We wait a moment, but Grace doesn't say. She's Grace.
Okay, that's for sure.
Marion kicks the broken shells toward the rubbish basket, causing Grace to wince.
I can't help being me. No, I suppose not. But you, Malcolm.
The abrupt shift makes me instinctively snap to attention.
Encouraging my sister's shell fixation, letting her wear them in a wholly inappropriate fashion. You'd best explain yourself.
Me? I'm not sure how I've become the center of focus, but it's a place I'd rather not be. Marion looms closer, blocking my escape route.
Yes, you.
There's nowhere to retreat. I cast a pleading look toward Grace, who shrugs as if to say, "You're on your own." Ah, yes, well, Oh no. Ah, and then she knocked you out and put you in the basement. Okay. I feel this is some sort of punishment, albeit one that I quite possibly deserve for letting Grace get her way. If mucking out the McLeod's barn is my penitence, so be it. Despite the scent, cleaning the table is not so bad. If nothing else, it's a welcome change from the smells of seaweed and fish these past few days. Plus, by taking on this chore, I'd given Grace and Marion an opportunity for some much-needed one-on-one time. And so I worked the rake back and forth, reflecting on the situation, humming quietly to myself. Oh. What? Marion, you look so different. But not entirely to myself. Occasionally one of the farm animals visits me in the barn looking for a handout. Shaggy creature. Nope, there she comes. Sea dragon girlfriend. She's a sea dragon. That's what she is. After a while, a new visitor enters the barn. This time, one who stands on 2 feet instead of 4.
Having fun, farmhand?
Could do worse. Come, have a seat. How's Marion? Instead of grabbing a stool, Grace plops down in the hay.
She's much better, calmer. We talked about what our lives will be like now.
And how's that?
Confusing, tricky, but we're going to make sure we stay a family, as much as we can.
I take a break and face Grace, who's fiddling with a few pieces of straw. You know, all of us keep saying, it'll be alright, you'll be fine, we'll be fine.
Believe me, I know. It's like when Jessie's phonograph skips and keeps repeating itself.
I've been thinking, what do you suppose not alright would look like?
You tell me. You've seen the worst of it.
Scenarios leap into my head. A fleet of fishermen all looking to land the elusive creature of the loch. Rich noblemen on the hunt for a most exotic trophy. What if nature's fury, a great maelstrom, or even a greater sea monster? Oh god. Oh, what an image. I conjure up my wildest vision yet. Grace and a giant squid locked in epic battle. That's funny. But Grace is no wee wife anymore. Wee waif. She's strong and agile and intelligent as ever. I've come to realize there's nothing she can't overcome or avoid by simply swimming away. Of course, none of us know what she has turned into, what she might become, but if Grace isn't troubled by it, elated even, then what cause do the rest of us have for concern?
Malcolm, is everything alright?
As I pull myself back down to earth, I find I'm ready to admit something I've been holding back ever since Grace's changes began. I can honestly tell you that I believe nothing bad could ever happen to you, to us, to your sisters. I really truly think you'll be fine. I'm not just saying it anymore.
But you were before?
Of course! You were turning into a fish!
I'm not a fish!
Then what?
I'm becoming myself.
I like hearing that.
I like saying it.
Her grin comes across as assertive. Whether she means it to or not, a side effect of having row after row of glittering teeth, I suppose. Still, Grace's confidence is no act. It's just another thing I admire so deeply about this woman. So, did Marion ask about us? Grace's confidence must be rubbing off on me. As the words tumble out of my mouth, I wonder if this is even a subject I should have raised.
She did. I told her we were just friends, but even if she suspects otherwise. But I did suggest she find a beau for herself. Told her just how life-changing it could be.
Alright guys, I'm gonna save it right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been swabbing the deck. Oh my god, what is this gonna have in it? Oh lord. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!